Day one is now complete in the competency hearing for a man convicted of capital murder back in 1986. Family members of the victim say they have waited decades for justice, and they don't believe that Ralph Menzies is incompetent.
Menzies' defense team says he has vascular dementia and it wouldn't be constitutional to execute him under those circumstances.
2 News' Paul Nelson live for us at the 3rd District Courthouse. That's in West Jordan. So, Paul, what happened in court today?
Well, what happened in court today was that Menzies' attorneys say that even if he is aware that the state wants to execute him for the murder and kidnapping of Maurine Hunsaker, he doesn't really have a rational understanding as to why this is happening. Hunsaker's son, however, he believes that Menzies knows a lot more than what he's saying. All of Maurine Hunsaker's kids came to day one of the Ralph Menzies competency hearing. Hunsaker's son, Matt, says she was an amazing woman who loved her children intensely.
We were all so young when she passed away. And the fact that we're all here, all of her kids are here, standing together and fighting for justice for her.
He says they're still hopeful the execution will happen, believing it would be true justice for his mother. He also believes Menzies is fully aware of why he was placed on death row, and he also suggests that Menzies may be intentionally acting in a way that would make some analysts question his competency.
She should never have been tied to the tree and killed the way that she was. And for him to sit in there and act like he doesn't know what he did, he knows what he did.
But one witness, Dr. Thomas Hyde, says even if someone with vascular dementia appears to understand what's happening around them, it doesn't always mean that they do.
Everybody who has had a parent or a grandparent with dementia knows there are good days and bad days. There are good times and bad times.
Also, Dr. Aaron David Bigler testified that MRI scans show Menzies has microbleeding in his brain, shrinking brain tissue, and white matter brain damage.
So when you have those areas, those very large areas of white matter disease that show up in Mr. Menzies' brain, in my opinion, that is what's affecting his cognition as well.
Competent or not, Hunsaker says this feels like the beginning of the end of this story.
If the judge comes back and says he's incompetent to be executed, it's the end. We're not going to fight no more. It's just, I think the state will be done as well.
Now, Dr. Hyde also did talk about other physical ailments that Menzies is going through, things like heart conditions and dizziness, and they believe that these problems are making his cognitive decline even worse. Now, attorneys do not expect the judge to come to a decision about competency this week. Reporting live, Paul Nelson, KUTV 2 News.